mahalagang punto, i-allow niyo po kami mga kababayan na pag-usapan namin ni Ma'am Lorraine in the last 12 or 15 minutes namin, ito pong sistematiko, walang tigil na atake, persecution ng gobyerno ni Marcos, ni Romualdez at ni Lisa Araneta laban po kay Pastor Kibuloy at sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Nakakabahala po ito sapagkat these are private religious properties. And by the way, these are not under the names of Pastor Kibuloy. These are under the name of the ministry ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Yung kanilang mga schools, yung nabuo nilang mga lupa, structure, cathedral, at ang kanilang prayer and glory mountain, lahat ng ito po, bunga ito ng sacrifice of collective sharing and collective participation to generate funds, not from any government source, but from their private, religious, and spiritual activities related to their ministry work. Nang si Pastor Kibuloy po ay patuloy na lumaban sa CPP, NPA, NDF at sa korupsyon sa gobyerno, kahit na wala na si Pangulong Duterte at pinagtanggol niya ang political agenda ng mga reforma at pagbabago na isinusulong ni Vice President Sara Duterte at ni Pangulong Duterte, pinag-initan po si Pastor Kibuloy. Pinag-initan po ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ at ang mga leaders nila, Ma'am Lorraine. At ito po ang dahilan kung bakit 2 days ago, nagulat na lang tayo. One complainant lang, sabi ni Ma'am Lorraine, na-dismiss na ito sa Regional Prosecutor Service. Binuhay lang ito nila Boyeng Rimulya at ni Marcos nang si Pastor Kibuloy ay tinulungan niya magkaroon ng program si Pangulong Duterte at napapakinggan siya araw-araw o gabi-gabi sa SMNI. Ngayon, ang lahat ng naipundar sa dugo, pawis, paghihirap at pagsakripisyo ng mga members and leaders ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ ay naka-frozen, which are not related to the case of a one complainant of sex or child trafficking against Pastor Kibuloy and sexual abuse, not rape, but rather a concocted, pinagluto na complaint, sabi mo nga Ma'am Lorraine, target kasi yan para pasamain si Pastor Kibuloy para dumikit ang atake sa kanya. Ma'am, how do you view this? Na lumabas property pala ang target nila laban sa KOGC at ito ay sa pamamagitan ng political operations using the legal approach, kunwari. Ma'am Lorraine.
It's nothing new to us, no, Eric. Noong panahon nung tatay niyang magnanakaw din, no. Usong-uso sa kay Bangag Senior, yung sequestration, kinukuha yung private properties, nagsiseize sila, they seize private properties at ginagamit yung batas, imbento, no. Yung dito ako nabibwisit dito sa mga evil na ito. Sinisira nila talaga yung reputasyon ni Pastor. Pastor is a holy man. No? I'm not a Christian. I don't think I ever will be again, ever. But it was Pastor that made me unclench my fist. Because basta my background is that I had to leave the church, the Catholic. I was born and raised a Catholic, but I couldn't stand it because the most mean persons in my life were Christians, Catholics. So I saw the hypocrisy. I saw it also the church. No, the church is what I didn't resonate with it anymore. But knowing Pastor and having worked with the KOJC and knowing them and loving them, no, has made me unclench my fist. No, it has made me understand Christianity in a deeper and more profound way. Why? Because I see it in them. It's not just words. It's not just paporma. No, I see it. They are a living example of whatever Pastor preaches, and Pastor is the most, he's the kindest, the most compassionate, the bravest, the boldest person I know, and they have to destroy his reputation. So that these stupid wokes, no, I know these people, no, kilala ko yung mga yan, I know them, no, hindi nila kilala si Pastor, ang kakapal pa ng mga muka, no, they've not done even 1% of the good that Pastor has done in his life, and yet they feel they have the right to judge Pastor and look down on him with disdain as if they've even met him. They've not had the privilege of sitting down with Pastor the way I have, and I know him in ways that you will never know him. And dyan ako nagagalit, no? Nagpupuyos ang dibdib ko na They have imprisoned him. This evil drug addict has imprisoned Pastor, and with some of the most horrific crimes that he has not committed that has already been dismissed many times over. Now and now these are trumped up charges. Yung pala, it's just a ruse. Kasi nung pa namin naririnig pinagnanasahan ni Marcos at ni Lisa Marcos ang mga properties ng KOJC. Bakit? Kasi ang ganda Talagang ang ganda. Meron ba silang, nakuha ba nila yan dahil hiningi nila sa gobyerno yan? Tinulungan ba sila ng gobyerno? Nagnakaw ba sila katulad ng pinaggagawa ng mga magnanakaw na ito sa gobyerno? This represents what you see when you go to KOJC. It's a very beautiful, beautiful kingdom, And it was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of each and every member. Alam mo, kasi pastor wants to hone all their skills. So they're singing, writing skills, media, they bake, they have goodies, and then yung entrepreneurial skills of selling, yung whatever baked goods, they have the best. Ang sarap-sarap talaga, sobrang sarap. And then inikot-ikot yan ng Marcos alay na si Risa Ontiveros, yung sinungaling na yan, na magbabayad din yan sa takdang panahon, na hindi, she concocted a story na yung pang-aabuso yon. Diyan nga ako naiinggit sa kanila. They're very entrepreneurial. Nabuhay sila sa honest labor, And it's beautiful kasi this is the kingdom, how the Philippines would look like pag walang corruption. And yan yung pinagnanasahan nila Lisa Marcos at saka ni Bongbong Marcos. At gusto nilang gamitin yung kingdom na yan that can sit tens of thousands pang concert nila, pang party, pwede din para sa mga US soldiers na sinisip-sipan ni Marcos na chinuchupa-chupaero. Kasi chupa-chupaero yan So yan, biro mo gagamitin niya yon. Nakakagalit at napakasakit kasi hindi yan ninakaw, lahat yan. At saka si Pastor, napakasimpleng tao niyan. Yes, he likes, he dresses simply. Everything is simple with Pastor. And it's not his property. There's nothing to his name. In fact, each and every member there contributed, including Pastor. Alam mo, pag umupo ka with Pastor, and even the church leaders, wala dyan yung katulad ni Sok Villegas na taga-on ng aircon niya, taga-ganyan ng mga kama niya. Di ba? Katulad ni Flavi na nagka-K gaming siya, na nagka-Kant gaming siya, di ba? Mga hipokrito, hindi sila ganon, Alam mo si Pastor, he'll be the one to clean your plates, he'll be the one. It's a church that's founded on humility and nobility and hard work and discipline. They're very disciplined. Are they not, Eric? Very disciplined. Parang mga kapon. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on. So ito yung kawalang-yaan na ginagawa ni Bongbong Marcos at ni Lisa Marcos, nananakawin nila yan from a church led by a holy man na sinisiraan nila. But we have seen this over and over again. If you are a Christian, then you should be able to understand what they are doing to Pastor because they did it first and foremost to Jesus Christ.
Correct.
Right? Okay, Eric, I'm sorry, I went on and on. Nakakagalit.
Oo. Maganda yung punto mo, Ma'am Lorraine. Tatlong bagay din ang gusto kong idagdag doon. Number one, the KOGC properties do not belong to Pastor Kibuloy.
Yeah.
These belong to the entire ministry. At pinaghirapan po nila lahat yan in their collective spiritual dedication and in their own collective effort to bring about resources. Hindi sa pagnanakaw, hindi sa flood control, hindi po sa korupsyon, hindi sa public funds. Kung hindi mula sa paghihirap, kolektibong pagkilos, sama-samang pagtutulungan, founded on the, sabi mo nga Ma'am Lorraine, virtue of humility, hard work, love, dedication, and compassion, and focus to build the ministry from a one chapel area in Davao to a worldwide ministry around almost 7 million ang naaabot po nilang members and network and allies worldwide. So hindi po yan pwede na pakialaman ng gobyerno ni Marcos at Romualdez. Pero dahil sila ay uhaw, gahaman, sa pundo, kapangyarihan at sa kayamanan, nakikita nila na kunwari si Pastor Kibuloy ay lulumpuin po nila at ang KOGC dahil ito ang nagbibigay ng information platform support to Vice President Sara Duterte and former President Duterte at lumalaban ito sa CPP, NPA, NDF. Kaya nga kami nagkakaso-kaso ni Ma'am Lorraine. Dahil nga sa aming araw-araw, almost 2 hours mahigit, free of charge to the government, walang bayad, for almost 3 years and a half, libreng ibinigay ni Pastor Kibuloy, worth billions of pesos na value ng airtime. Walang bayad para lamang tulungan ni Pastor Kibuloy na maabot ang pinakamalawak na mamamayan, sama ang KOGC sa pagmumulat na ito upang lumakas ang whole of government approach at ang whole of nation participation sa National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. Number 2, ito po ay malinaw na weaponization of law. Sinasalaula, ginagamit, kinoconvert ang batas at ang mga proseso sa korte at batas upang lumpuin at paralisahin ang independent at may sariling dynamics na pribadong mga organisasyon kagaya ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ sapagkat tinatarget sila sa politika, tinatarget din sila sa korupsyon ng gobyernong ito because of the good properties and resources na na-develop nila out of their hard work. So ginamit ang politika, ginamit ang batas, at inikutan ang proseso ng batas para ngayon ay ipitin at kamkamin ang mga naipundar mula sa dugo, pawis at paghihirap ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ led by Pastor Kibuloy. Hindi pwede po yan, ano? No person shall be deprived of property, life, liberty without the due process of law. Pero ang nangyayari ngayon, gumawa ng kasong gawa-gawa at ginamit ang piskalya, ginamit ang DOJ, ginamit ang korte, ginamit ang Anti-Money Laundering Council, and all of a sudden, frozen na po at hindi may gagalaw ang mga pinaghirapan at pinundar ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ led by the good pastor Apollo Kibuloy. Third point namin ni Ma'am Lorraine. Saan ito patutungo? Lahat ng mga network and support group and individuals and organizations connected to the Duterte political camp shall be targeted. At ito ang inuna nila ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ, si Pastor Kibuloy, at ang SMNI Ma'am Lorraine. Because they have the transmitter, they have the platform, they have the talent, and they have the audience reach, and they have the ministry network that can be utilized para po sa pangangamkam ng kayamanan at poder na magkukonsolida po sila. Everything is about power consolidation in the greed for money. Yan po ang purpose ni Lisa, ni Marcos at ni Romualdez, why they are pursuing itong isang complainant lang, ha? And yet ang whole Kingdom of Jesus Christ, ang whole ministry founded on the 45 years of sacrifices nito nila Pastor Kibuloy at ng KOGC dahil sa isang complainant na alam natin kinontrol at ginagamit ni Marcos at Romualdez, napasunod ang korte, napasunod ang Anti-Money Laundering Council at ngayon ginigipit na ang buong resources at organisasyon ng KOGC. Mabuti na lang po mga kababayan at mayroon tayong platforma of information kagaya nito na nakakapag-discuss tayo ng malaya at may punto de vistang objective. And I like your point, Ma'am Lorraine, nang binanggit mo kanina. Ang historical record ng pamilya Marcos, mga ngamkam at mga aagaw, mandarambong sa pundo ng bayan, mandarambong din po sa mga pribadong pinaghirapan ng mga pinanday na yaman ng mga pribadong individual dahil sila po ay lalo lamang naiimbot kapag may malalaking mga resources na hindi nila makokontrol, subalit pinagnanasaan nila. And that is exactly how Marcos, Romualdez, and Araneta Lisa look at the properties right now of Kingdom of Jesus Christ at nila Pastor Kibuloy, Ma'am Lorraine.
Tapos alam mo, kung gusto nyo maka-experience ng totoong kabutihan, no? Gusto nyo maka-experience ng totoong kabutihan, ng totoong pagmamahal, that will really give you peace of mind and peace in your heart. Magkipagkaibigan kayo sa mga taga KOJC.
Yes.
Napaka-simple, talagang they personify to me the love of Jesus Christ for each. I didn't believe in all of that anymore until I met them again. No, so for me, we would be foolish, no, if we couldn't see it on all of this on a higher level, which I think is a spiritual warfare. No, this
Yes.
people, these are very evil people. And we're up. Biro mo kinakalaban mo. Napakabubuting mga tao, a holy man, and a church that that is just so full of goodness, no, na pinaghirapan. Kung kayo ba pinaghirapan ninyo tapos bigla na lang kukunin, is that not evil? Hindi nyo ba mararamdaman yan? Buti sana kung ninakaw nyo din, di ba? Kaso hindi eh. Bawat brick, every brick na lay dito sa KOJC properties ay pinaghirapan yan, and honest labor yan. Hindi yan
Yes.
nagnakaw sa Pilipino. Walang maleta na natanggap ang KOJC at si Pastor Quiboloy sa pinakamalaking mandarambong sa balat ng lupa, si Bongbong Marcos. Walang maletang dumating. Pinaghirapan nila yon. At itong mga demonyong ito, it's not enough. What they have stolen from the Filipino people is not enough. The trillions that they have stolen from us is not enough. They have to seize properties that are not theirs illegally. No, and they bend the law and they use every law. They weaponize the government against ordinary citizens who have been upright citizens, no? The most model of citizens ang mga taga KOJC. And of course, we cannot talk about this without talking about the hand of the Americans behind this, no? The deep
Of
state,
course.
this is their playbook. No, at sinasabi nila, no, kami masusunod, kami may-ari ng Pilipinas. O putang ina, sinasalampak kayo ng Iran ngayon, 'di ba? Buti nga sa
Yes.
inyo.
Ma'am, delikado
So,
yan ang
yes.
linya nila na yan. Kasi ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ, prime property, somehow around 12 or 14 hectares yan, ma'am. Nakadikit siya sa isang magandang airport. And very very strategic,
Implications, no?
high value, high value for military basing or forward deployment of US forces and US war technology in Davao region. I agree to that point.
In other words, what you're saying, Eric, is that there are national security issues here, 'di ba?
Correct.
If you let Americans use that, 'di ba? But do you think Marcos cares? He doesn't. No, he doesn't have the capacity. He's a drug addict. No, he cannot even string in a complete sentence well. He cannot even march. He cannot. All this evil that has been visited upon our country is because that leader up there who's deciding for us is a drug addict, fully incapable of anything except snorting, no, cocaine, stealing from us, chupa-chupaero there, and seizing illegal properties. Because this is the playbook. This is in his DNA. He is a Marcos. Magnanakaw ang mga Marcos, mga Romualdez. Nag-asawa pa, otro, buti sana ako nag-asawa ng maayos-ayos, di ba? Kung si Claudia Bermudez, what's her name? Claudine Bermudez ba? Yung sobrang
yung maganda.
niya. Ang inasawa pa, palakang kokak na magnanakaw din, mas malala pa. Malalang magnanakaw
Addictos
din,
din
di
daw,
ba?
ma'am, no? Isinaturo din addictos.
Yeah, yes, addict din. No? So, this is the evil of our times, no? Sometimes I ask myself, Eric, no, kasi we're wrapping up, no? Why were we born at a time like this, no? Why and you know why? What answer that is? We were born at a time like this because we were made for a time such as this.
Yes, I
We are
agree.
equal to this. I mean, just look at Inday. I have not seen a woman like this, no? She has titanium balls of steel talaga. Ibang klase si Inday, and she was made for a time such as this. And when I talk to her, I see that she has already embraced her destiny and whatever that is, because these people will not stop until they have eliminated Inday. And Eric, you know what I thought, no, is that the only reason for Inday not to be president, the next president, is for them to have her assassinated. That's it. Because she is president already.
Mag-aalasang
It's a-
taong bayan yan, sigurado yan, Ma'am Lorraine.
Yes.
That cannot be simply put aside by the people as if simple killing. It will be the highest, most scandalous political killing in the most recent time.
But
And it
Eric,
can trigger a people power.
yeah. But Eric, kung mas takot pa sila kay Inday kaysa sa World War III, why would they not do it? Di ba?
Of course, that is a possibility. At even kay Pastor Mama, dahil alam nila hindi susoko ang KOJC, hindi luluhod si Pastor Quiboloy para manikluhod at makipagsabwatan sa kanila, that can also be done while Pastor is in detention. Kaya dapat mag-ingat po si Pastor Quiboloy, mag-ingat po ang mga ministers ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ, sapagkat these are works of evil. Pero ako, ma'am, naniniwala ako, mga kababayan, hindi ito ganon kadali mangyayari. 2 years and a half na lang si Marcos Jr. And if Sara Duterte survives this year, I know she will survive both physical attempts on her life and the political operations of a distorted impeachment operations. 2027 will be an election year preparation. Mahihirapan na po sila, natanggalin pa sa equation si Sara Duterte. And naniniwala ako that the Supreme Court will not immediately bow to Marcos to allow this kind of evil operations. Nakakamkamin nila ang pinagnanasaan nilang pinaghirapang todo ng mabubuting mga anak ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ sa pamumuno ng kanilang ama na si Pastor Kibuloy at ng kanilang liderato ang ganitong kadali lang na pagkamkam ng mga pinagbubuo nilang resources at mga kayamanan ng ministry. Ma'am, it will come up to the Supreme Court. And I believe Supreme Court will not allow na ang ganitong travesty of law, yung panggagahasa sa batas, pagsalaula sa mga court authorities, at pati na po ang pangingialam ng politika in the process of judicial and legal operations pertaining to the protection of life, liberty, and property of people na ngayon tinatapakan ni Marcos, wala siyang pakialam, nila Lisa at ni Romualdez. Everything will come to an end. At ako ay naniniwala that AMLAC or even the local court in Makati cannot stand up to the Supreme Court scrutiny together with the watchful eyes of the Filipino people. Kaya nga natin tinatalakay ito, Ma'am Lorraine.
Yeah, can I just say something, no?
Yes, Ma'am, right po.
I agree with what you've said, no? But I also believe that all of us, each of us here, we were made for a time such as this. And what makes PRRD formidable, what makes the Vice President formidable, is that they have embraced their destiny. PRRD is ready to die for this, no? Even the Vice President, she's ready for anything. You know what my joy is? My joy is when my husband and I go out, we have our date, and then afterwards we walk our dog. We're just holding hands and making kwento with our dog, and when our children come home, that's my happiest thing, no? But all of us are sacrificing all of this, lahat tayo. So why did I talk about that, no? Even that we're giving up. I'm giving that up, no? That possibility. Okay, so lahat tayo tumatalon sa bangin ngayon kasi ang namimiligro ay ang Pilipinas. I don't want to make it sound so dramatic. I wish it were not so, but it is already so. We already see it, no? It is very clear to our minds right now, very clear. Right before our eyes, playing right before our eyes is a Ping Lacson who's a liar, who's covering up for his own crimes. But side by side with that, we see heroes standing up. We see Colonel Odi Mongao. We see the 18 Marines, the 18 soldiers standing up, no? And the retired men and women in uniform are standing up for our country. So each of us must stand for our country, and wala na nagbibilang ngayon. I heard the message of Colonel Mongao that he sent through his son because he's being detained right now. You know what his message was? He said, ituloy lang natin ang laban natin. And he also said, the Filipino is worth fighting for.
Yes.
So we take our cues from the heroes that have emerged, not from the scoundrels like Omet Browner and the cowards na tumanggap ng mga baleta na yung mga putang ina ninyo, na pinapatay ninyo ang Pilipinas, at yung mga nagtatakip dito kay Marcos. You are going to pay for that. Okay.
There is always a day and time for reckoning. At ang paghukom at ang paghatol ng mamamayan in the history will always be inevitable. Hindi po yan pwedeng iwasan. Tama po kayo, Ma'am Lorraine, at maraming salamat for joining our program today, Bigwas ng Agila. We will have our next episode, ma'am, doon sa schedule na mag-uusap tayo ulit at na-post naman natin. And salamat sa mga kababayan nating nagtitiwala at nagmamahal sa aming partnership ni Ma'am Lorraine sa programang hindi natatakot manindigan at walang pag-aalangang isulong ang tama at katotohanan para sa sambayan ng Pilipino.
One last, Eric, one last.
Go ahead, Ma'am Lorraine.
One last. Marami ako nakakausap, malungkot na malungkot, takot na takot, kasi there's a war, there's all of this happening in your country. At natatakot sila. Gusto ko sanang sabihin sa inyo, yung sinasabi sa amin ni Pastor, ni PRRD, huwag kayong matakot. No? Tapang tayo, 'di ba? Walang matatakot dito. You have to be bold, you have to be brave, and you have to know why. And that's because we are doing this for our children. It is the right thing to do. And yan ang gusto nila, na matakot tayo. Walang matatakot dito. Okay?
Correct.
The spirit of evil is fear, and only
Fear.
goodness can deliver us from it. So let us be bold, let us be brave to cast away that evil. Okay? Thank you.
Ang tagapaglikha ng kasaysayan at tagapagsulong ng pagbabago ay ang pagkakaisa ng mga mamamayan sa bawat lipunan. Doon po tayo papunta. Kaya mayroon tayong bigwas ng agila. Mahalin natin ang bansang Pilipinas. Walang ibang magmamahal nito, kundi tayo ring mga Pilipino. Para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas, nating mahal. Mabuhay po kayo, Ma'am Lorraine. Mabuhay ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Bye for now.